Hello, everybody. Welcome to our, I've lost track of our number, but welcome back to My Skeptical Sister.
Yeah, to our lots and lots of episodes.
That's right. I'm Erin, the believer.
And I'm Megan, the skeptical one.
And we're back again to record.
Again on another weird night. It's Thursday and I leave on Saturday on a jet plane.
I know. I'm very excited for you. I'm not jealous. It's fine. No, I'm very excited.
Yeah, you're excited because you also found out you get possibly a kid-free little vacation this summer as well.
I found out today.
Yeah,
and it got confirmed in one day that I get to go on a kid-free trip, just grown-ups. So even though that's way in the summer, I'm still really excited.
That's right. You have something to hold on to.
I can just be happy for you now.
I'd like for you to tell everybody you're extremely, that was going to come out judgmental. Not nerdy. That's not the word. You're extremely amazing project you're going to work on over spring break. Because it brings you so much joy that I feel like you need to share it.
Oh, this is funny. How do I explain this? So I do love puzzles to a nerdy extent, I'm sure, but they just bring me, like jigsaw puzzles, they bring me so much joy. I love them. And I have always said that I want a little puzzle nook because our house was, I don't know, built in the 50s or something. It's not like one that was built
back when people didn't do puzzles.
No, it's just not built for like little spacious, relaxing areas. It's like a tight little house.
Yeah.
So I have figured out a spot where I'm going to build my little puzzle nook. I really like building furniture as like a hobby. Mm-hmm. So that's my whole plan for spring break. My entire plan for spring break, it's the only thing that I have set in stone, is that I'm going to try to build a little puzzle nook where I can have almost like a leaf that comes out and doubles my workspace, but real low, so I can sit in a comfy chair while I do it. I've got like track lighting I want to put underneath.
You all, if you could see her face right now, I always love when I hear you talking about it because it's like you come alive. Like every little part, your eyes start twinkling. You're like, this is it. When she came up with this idea, it was like,
that's all I talked about for like 3 days.
Oh my gosh, like that was it. And yeah, it does. It sounds like it's going to be really cool, but I have never seen somebody this excited over just a space to do her puzzle.
It's not even big, but when
it's perfect size for you.
That's right. When I'm mid puzzle, I don't have to roll it up and move it somewhere. And
that will be nice. And it'll be kid free. Like you kind of have it up a little bit higher so maybe so the kids can't get to it.
Yeah.
I mean, my son can climb pretty good and he's over here
a lot. He loves my puzzles. Holy crap, he loves my puzzles. When they're out,
he thinks he's helping you.
Oh yeah, he sure does. Yeah. He's really sweet though, so I'll let him do it.
Sometimes.
Good thing he's cute.
That's right. I mean, I do think it is exciting though. You've got a project and it's gonna be fun because the end result of it you're going to enjoy so much.
Forever.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna die in this house and haunt it.
That's right.
And do puzzles.
That's right. Now that Erin and I have discovered how much we love living across the street from each other, we just keep making our houses perfect for our husbands to never want to leave.
That's right. Well, I don't even care.
For us too.
Yeah. Although he's working on that putting green in the back.
Yeah, her husband has a putting green in the backyard.
Yeah, I bet people are suddenly picturing a really cool house. It is a tiny backyard that he is growing.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. It's a cool little project.
Cool.
Yeah. So, I mean, make your dreams come true.
That's right.
Build your puzzle nook. Build your putt-putt golf in the back. Get on a plane.
He's going to be so mad that you called it putt-putt golf.
Oh, shoot. What's it called? Just golf?
Putting green.
Oh, putting green. I mean, same difference, right? I mean, what else? Okay.
I mean,
Kevin, yes, a very professional grade putting green is what I meant. But get on a plane, get kid free, live your life, people. Think of what it is that would make you super happy and go do it. That's my advice.
I love it. And seriously, we have 2 long stories, so I say go for it.
Okay, let's do it. And you're going to go first, and then I'm going to go second. We sat here listening to each other read, and there were lots of from both of us, so I'm excited.
That's right. Okay, so my story is actually from Ellie has proven tonight that there's no way she's going to be quiet for us, so real sorry guys, she's in it tonight. But my story is from our new pod teacher. I guess that's what we're calling her. I still don't really know. She's not a babysitter because she's like teaching my kids.
She's working. Not the babysitters don't work. That sounded awful. No. She's like,
but she's not just
instructing
like making
them.
Sure they survive the day. She's like
engaging
them. And Lord have mercy, she is earning her money because Penelope has been a nightmare.
Oh no,
she has not thrown a fit once.
Penelope,
and they have been over hour-long fits.
Oh no,
she's
sweet Amanda.
Oh,
I haven't even met her, but you talk so highly of her.
I know. I feel so bad for her. I just sent her a message the other day that was like, "Please don't quit. Please don't quit.
Just get her a bottle of wine."
Yeah. Okay.
There you go.
She also said the most Penelope thing I've ever heard in my life. She said, "Well, I finally coaxed her out of her room with the promise of ramen noodles."
The kid will do anything for ramen.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Yep. So Penelope's still in there.
Oh, that's so funny.
Okay. So this is from Amanda, who it's been really fun. She came over just to kind of, we could meet in person and get to know each other. I could show her around the house, and we ended up talking about the podcast. She got real into it, and now she's definitely listening because she's sending me messages like, "Oh my gosh, I just pulled up to your house. I'm crying because I listened to your cousin's story." Yeah. I know. Like, girl, I know. Right? We were bawling. Okay, so here we go. And it's long, so I'm going to get into it.
Nice.
Hey, lovely ladies. This is going to be a long email. I've got a lot of ghoul activity in my life, and I'm naturally long-winded, so good luck.
So are we, girls.
I'm excited to hear some skepticism. While I am a firm believer, I am an Aquarius and naturally skeptical of everything. Which, by the way,
interesting.
This is my old age showing. I don't know anything about zodiac signs.
Oh, yeah. I only know about my own. Aquarius. And really that, I just think that we are like attention seeking, which fits.
Aquarius could be an actual ghost. I have no idea what they're trying to say. I don't know.
Actual ghost.
I'm Scorpio, and everyone I know who's into astrology is like, "Oh, you're not Scorpio." I'm like, I promise you I am.
I have Don't look at me. I have no idea.
Okay, what Jack always says, because he's a Scorpio. He's like, "Well, you're not a real Scorpio." Every time it comes up.
That's because Jack is the only Scorpio on Earth.
Every single supernatural experience I've had, I have tried to explain it away and normally not been able to come up even close to natural explanation. I need to start these stories with a warning. Normally, people share neutral, positive ghosts or freaky sightings and sounds. I'm about to tell you all some demon stories. They are not friendly, they're not spirits, and it's not that kind of presence I would try to find with a friend on a spooky night.
Ooh.
I've been in my share of haunted houses and sites, and the feeling is completely different. Being in these woods, especially alone, is bone-chilling and malicious.
Girl, get out of the woods.
I know. Have you not listened to MFM?
Yeah, right. Like, get out of the woods. Okay.
I don't feel spooked. I feel horrified. Preface. I grew up... Okay, now, while reading this, I'm my best guess is that she is abbreviating all these locations out of anonymity, but maybe it's just because that's what
cool young kids
people do now, but there's a lot of them. So just so you're aware, I can guess what C-Town is, but I'm not 100% sure.
I can't.
At some point, I'm like, I don't have any idea what this one is. Okay, so
I'm just coming up with bad words for C-Town. I know, isn't that awful? That's the only I think C-Town. What else?
See you next Tuesday?
Yeah, okay.
Preface, I grew up in C-Town, Indiana, right across the river from Louisville. It's a tiny town full of back roads, and I spent most of my life driving them. My parents' house is pretty far away from civilization, and across from the backyard is a small cemetery connected to a tiny country church. I'm going to share a few different stories with you all of which happened with my friend Jess in the back roads out behind my house. So maybe stop hanging out with Jess so much.
Yeah, maybe it's Jess. Maybe it's again, we're in the backwoods, back roads.
Yeah, again.
She said, she was her metaphor earlier about being in the woods.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yep. Yeah. Get out of the backwoods. Yeah. Stop hanging out with Jess.
Live in Louisville.
I think she does now. I was opening my mouth to say, "Don't those red lights look like eyes?" And right before we passed them, the red lights moved and darted out into the road in front of my car. What we saw in the headlight beam was a black, fuzzy-looking creature about the size of a huge dog or a coyote with glowing red eyes. We couldn't quite see the outline of it. Looked hazy, like old TV static. Which is really weird.
I've never heard anything described like that.
Yeah. To this day, no one I know willingly drives those roads. We try to take long detours to avoid them, but sometimes we have to. I've got 3 stories for you. 2 short ones, 1 big one. I've got no idea what order these happened in, but it seems more dramatic that way. So, so that's what you get. Ready to jump in?
Yeah, let's do it.
Story 1. Jess and I were heading through the back roads from Esberg towards Seatown, going to my parents' house. It was probably 11 at night and very spooky in the pitch black woods. I was driving and we were talking about how creepy it was when I started up a hill and noticed 2 glowing red dots. The skeptic in me immediately thought, okay, there are just reflectors in the mailbox, but damn, they look spooky. I stomped on the brakes and we screamed, and the beast kept going on to the other side of the road into the woods, and we beat feet out of there.
Beat feet. I love it.
No. Okay, story number 2. So that's cryptid. You don't even have to debunk that. You're fully
board. That's a cryptid. That's an unidentified.
It's a UFO.
It's a UFO, but it does fit in the cryptid area. I don't know that I'd go demon because red eyes. I mean, lots of animals, headlights hit them, red eyes happen. Could have been some sort of weird wolf or something. I don't know. But if you really couldn't figure out what it was, it looked like nothing, then we'll put that in the cryptid.
Yeah.
It was a baby Sasquatch.
Yeah, it's weird to describe it like TV static.
Yeah, that's weird.
Like 2 people couldn't.
It makes me think animated or something.
Yeah.
And that's weird.
It's very weird.
I want to see a cryptid like that.
Or like a shapeshifter. It was like mid shapeshift.
Oh, that would be crazy and not true.
Oh, goodness. Okay, story 2. Jess and I were at my parents' house getting ready to head to Seaville to have dinner with friends. It was wintertime and we were teenagers, which meant dinner was late and it was well past dark. Growing up in the sticks meant we were very comfortable with the idea of deer jumping into the road, but never quite like this. Picture it. Sicily. No,
I know.
It doesn't say that.
19. Okay.
Picture it. We're driving past a cornfield, going the teen speed limit, aka 30 over whatever the speed limit actually is.
Oh Lord.
Back roads.
I don't want. So it's just so close to driving.
That's exactly what I thought. I mean, 5 years is not long enough if you're going to go 30 over the limit. Yikes, you're freaking me out here, Amanda. The mom and me just really came out. Sorry.
Put it back in. We're in a podcast.
Back in. I'm cool. It's fine. And I glance over at the field out my window on the passenger side and make eye contact with a huge deer. I don't mean I spotted a deer in the field. I mean I was less than an arm's reach away from the deer that was poised and ready to leap into the road. About a half a second later, and we would have hit the deer head on going 60 miles per hour and probably died. Obviously, we panicked and drove the rest of the way very carefully. Does this count as a near-death experience? I think so. But here's where it gets weird. The rest of our drive, probably 20 or 30 minutes, it was like we didn't exist. People were cutting us off. We get to a gas station and there were people talking and yelling at each other through us, like we weren't even there, to the point that we tried to make eye contact with someone and it was like they could see through our heads. We got to the IHOP, of course, LOL, and right after we walked in, the hostess just walked away. And so we waited in the front of the restaurant and no one was coming to take us to our table or anything. So we spotted our friends at a table in the back of the restaurant and just headed that way. Most of them were facing us, so we were waving, but they just weren't looking. We walked through the most empty place until we were right in front of them, and they didn't look up. They didn't even look up at us. Finally, we got to the table and sat down, and everyone looked up shocked and said things like, "Oh, you scared the crap out of me," and "Damn, you snuck right up." Is that a supernatural experience? I'll let y'all decide that, but I can tell you for certain that it felt like a ghost.
You were the ghost.
That I felt like a ghost, sorry. Wow. And it was terrifying. Isn't that weird?
Okay, that last line, it was terrifying. That sent like chills to my I don't know.
That's so weird.
I know, but like my whole body felt that. I was like, oh my gosh.
Not in a good way.
No, not in a good way. We might cut all this.
No, we're definitely not. I promise you I'm not going to.
Not in a good way at all. But like in a like do you ever like when
something hurts and like
yes, it's like you feel it internally so much. Yeah, that's where I felt that. Like that is oh my gosh. Because that would be so scary to all of a sudden be invisible.
It would make you think,
did we die?
Did we die right then?
Yeah, like, was that it? And so remember last week we were talking about like
time slips
and like, are we sure we've met Amanda fully?
Oh my gosh, I'm fully leaving her. I leave before she gets to my house.
Let's see if the house catches on fire again.
The kids are just playing along like, Amanda was here.
Sure, Mom. Amanda is watching us while they're having a blast. No, we got proof.
Yeah.
Penelope throwing those fits.
Yeah.
She knows Penelope well. Not that a ghost couldn't just observe that. And then, oh man, more and more I think about it, she might be a ghost. No, she is an Aquarius. Well, there you go. Known ghosts. Oh man, see? No, Amanda, we're not trying to freak you out, but that would. She's like, don't worry, guys, I got over it. I know that a ghost. But that is, man, you know what I love about this podcast, like that just dawned on me while you were reading this is, we're hearing stories unlike any stories I've ever heard. Yeah. Like you hear the traditional. It's kind of like, you know, these weird things happen to people, or they think that they happen to them, and nobody ever really has a space to talk about it.
Yeah.
And I'm like, we are like front row.
This is why I wanted a podcast, so I could hear all the
stories. But I thought we would just get like your traditional hauntings, and I'm like, this is wild. Yeah. Like that would be crazy to. I wonder if it ever dawned on them to just be like, hello.
Right.
Like I think I might get to the point where I'd be like, especially if I'm waiting for a table. I mean, listen, I used to work in the restaurant business, so I hate pushy, rude customers for sure. But if I'm sitting around that IHOP for that long, I mean, I'd be nice about it, but I'd walk and be like, excuse me, I've been waiting for a while. Right. But that also might be because I'm old and kind of pushy. So, but I wonder if that ever dawned on them to like get to that point, or if it was just like they were in such shock of like, what is going on?
Right. Yeah, it's really weird because in all those movies where, you know,
like The Others. That's what I was thinking, like where they're the ghost.
I was definitely thinking of Ghost Dad with the now canceled Bill Cosby. But remember that movie when he was and he turns into a ghost?
I do remember that.
I used to love that movie when I was a kid.
Yeah, well,
too bad I can't anymore because he sucks.
Man, he ruined pudding pops like no other.
Do you ruin
childhood? You ruined childhood.
You ruined childhood.
You ruined childhood for everybody, you dick.
Suck. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, there's no explaining that weird.
Never thought we'd get into a Bill Cosby. Right?
I know.
We sure did.
You never know. You never know.
Okay, go on.
Okay. So I don't think we can explain that last one. So we're just going to go on to the next. Story 3. Here's the Big Daddy story.
Oh my gosh. That wasn't the Big Daddy?
No.
Oh, okay. I'm here for it.
The one I tell when people say, those woods aren't haunted. You're just paranoid. We need a little more geographical background. So bear with me. But then all the background is a lot of abbreviated towns. I grew up in Seatown, but I was born in Esburg, where my mom grew up. My sister and grandparents lived there. Our hairdresser was there. I had dance lessons there twice a week, the whole shebang. So we were there all the time, and we drove those horrible back roads to get there. I'd driven from my home to Esburg so many times, I could definitely do it in my sleep. So it's November 2015. I'm a freshman in college. I had secretly come home one weekend to celebrate my friend Kayla's birthday, and she didn't know I was going to drive to her house with Jess to surprise her. Don't worry, I texted Kayla's mom. Kayla worked third shift, so
I wasn't that worried.
I wasn't either. What is Kayla gonna do?
I mean, although I was worried about her driving, so maybe we should have been worried about where she was without texting.
Kayla worked third shift, so we were going to head over around midnight. Now, Kayla lived outside of Seatown too, but on the other side. Our options to get there were to drive into town and go out the other side about 20 extra minutes, or cut through the back roads and get there in about 15. We opted the back roads, so I told Jess we needed to take the second left and keep going until we hit the highway. Again, could have driven these roads in my sleep. I decided to tell Kayla to make sure she wasn't busy when we got there. So as Jess pulled out, I called. I popped in headphones so Kayla wouldn't hear the road noise, and we were just chatting errantly. I did have to double check that I was saying that right.
What does that mean?
Errantly, just like
casually?
Yeah, just about nothing, just talking. Happy birthday, blah, blah. and Jess slowed down and asked if we were at the right road to turn. I remember looking up from my phone to check, and it was in fact the correct road, so we turned and went from there. We should have hit the highway in about 10 minutes. We drove along in the dark, and I talked with Kay until my signal started to cut out. Now, that's not surprising. We were knee-deep in the boonies. But as she cut out, I was hearing weird sounds. I was saying, "Hello, Kayla," and when she came back on, I heard a horrible maniacal giggle.
Ew.
That's when I said "ooh" when we were reading, and you looked up.
I remember. And I was like, "Oh, I can't wait to get to that part. That's creepy."
I know. I ripped the headphones out of my ears, and the call dropped. I looked down and realized the timestamp said 14:58. We should have already hit the highway. I looked up and had absolutely no idea where we were.
She's not driving.
No, Kayla's driving.
Good Lord.
Jess is driving.
Sorry, sometimes I'm going to admit this. Sometimes when I listen back to your stories, and then I'm like, oh, I missed that whole section. I wonder where I was during that time. But no, I'm with the story. It doesn't happen often, but it does happen. But she's not driving.
No, Jess is driving.
Jess is driving. She's on the phone with this girlfriend. Okay, I'm here. I got it.
Okay. I looked up and had absolutely no idea where we were. I knew all these back roads, but I was seeing houses and streets for the first time. So Jess stopped in the middle of the road, and I asked where she had turned, and she said she hadn't. I told her if she had gone straight, we would have already hit the main road. But she insisted she took the turn I told her to, then stayed straight. We're smart young women, so I opened up Google Maps, and turns out we were on the north side of L Town, about 40 minutes in the opposite direction.
What?
Somehow, in the 15-minute phone call between my driveway and where we were, we had gone 40 minutes away from where we started going.
What?
Isn't that weird? And she had the timestamp of her phone to confirm. It's not like you just missed, like lost track of time.
I'm going to say it again. What?
I know. Oh, I'm not done. Obviously, we panicked and just pulled a U-turn in the middle of the road and headed straight back to the way we came. It took us 40 minutes to make it back to my house, and we went straight through NW Town. I have no idea, which we hadn't gone through before. Like I said, I really try to explain away everything that happens to me, but no matter what I do, this story doesn't add up. The roads we took back were not directly connected to my house, and we didn't have time to get that far away. I thought maybe we were just speeding like crazy, but it was nighttime and twisty roads. We weren't going that fast. Can you explain this one away? Thanks, ladies. Thanks for listening, ladies.
Listen, don't get sassy with me. All right. Because I already said, oh yeah, that one hasn't aired. Okay, I'll cut you that one. You got a UFO, girl. That one's weird. Like, that's an unexplainable.
Yeah, it seems like you believe in anything paranormal as long as a ghost itself is not related.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that I believe in it. I just
are more open to it.
Well, I don't know that it's like more open, or it's just like it's maybe harder to debunk. Like it's just harder to sit there and go, well, what in the world was that? Here's what I would say. It sounds like you have like a boonies Bermuda Triangle happening back in those backwoods. I mean, that's what and I want to know if there are other people. Like she kind of mentioned that a little bit, like her friends, but I'm like, what about your parents? Like, what about them? Do they have any experiences, or is it just this age group? Is it, how big of a circle are we talking about people who have had experiences in these backwoods? Yeah. Because if it's just you and your friends, then stop doing drugs. I don't know. I don't know. I'm just teasing. I'm totally teasing. You don't sound, whatever. Recreational's fine. But I'm just saying you don't sound like an avid drug user. Amanda, I hope not. You're watching my nieces.
This is going on a weird tangent now.
It is. It is an explanation though. It is an explanation. If you have something strange happening, are you on LSD?
I know. I want to know what all the abbreviated towns really are so that I don't have to say it on the podcast, but I want to research,
Do you? Are you going to really do research?
I'm sorry. Did you listen to my little green men?
Yeah, you did research that really well.
Yeah, you phoned it in. You're like, I'm not even going to read this man's article.
Hey, I didn't want to say, listen, that's fine. We'll argue about this off air. But here's my thing. I am saying that I think that there is an explanation out there, but we just don't know what it is. We can't pinpoint it.
The time warp.
Yeah, some sort of time loop or some sort of strange, like weird, like a black hole or like a, you know what I mean? Like tunnel or some sort of strange thing. That would be that. Okay. I will say this. I don't know if this makes you feel better, Amanda. To me, none of your stories sounded demonic.
Okay.
Okay. So I was waiting for like even the first one, that could be an animal that was feral, that even was an animal that you know, but something maybe it was mangled, something maybe happened to it.
Yeah.
I don't know. That one I'm kind of like, that could have been a lot of things.
Okay.
Sasquatch is in there, but I would like to think he's a lot cuter than that. So I'm not going to go Sasquatch with that one. But I think that one can kind of be easily explained. The other two are a little bit trickier. And very fascinating.
Yeah.
So I'm so glad you wrote in, and it's a UFO to me.
Yeah, UFO for sure.
I would like to hear other skeptics. I keep saying this. I don't know. Am I the only skeptic with balls out there? I don't know. Like I'm the only ones that are saying these skeptical things, because I've said this in a couple times. If you have an idea, if you can try to explain her story,
yeah,
please do so. Write it in on Facebook. Be like, I think here's my theory, because I'm kind of at a loss, but I would be very curious to hear other people's.
Yeah, absolutely. Me too.
Drink time.
Drink. Okay, we're gonna go for a minute. We'll be right back. Or should we say, and now a word from our sponsor.
I leave that in. That was hilarious.
Hunt Memorial Glass creates custom glass artwork using the cremation ashes of your loved one. They offer affordable, custom-designed glass jewelry, personalized glass sculptures, and beautiful glass marbles that you and your family will cherish. Please visit Hunt Memorial Glass on Facebook or email them at huntmemorialglass@gmail.com.
Okay, so first of all, you read that beautifully.
Thank you so much.
Yes, so professionally. But I'm very excited to promote this business. They do beautiful work. So, whether you're a believer or a skeptic of ghosts, everybody wants to memorialize their loved one. And then even pets, like they had a sun catcher with a little paw print that has the dog's ashes. I was like, if I had thought that with Corley, So anyway, my whole point is that this is just beautiful artwork, first of all. Beautiful artwork, and then to have that sentimental part attached to it. I really believe in this product. Just a wonderful way to honor your loved ones if they pass on.
It's gorgeous. I think you should all check out that Facebook page. I definitely followed it as soon as I saw it. It's incredible. What a cool way to remember your loved ones.
All right, so we were talking about, we love to talk about coincidences.
Is there a coincidence in this one?
There sure is.
Every single episode there is.
Isn't that bizarre? That in itself is a coincidence.
Yeah, somebody called out that we didn't notice the cabinets in
Karen. And we did notice it. We just didn't say it.
Yeah, I was like, shut up. That's crazy. And that's why I thought it was wild, because it's so weird.
It is, yeah. But this coincidence is that Amanda in her story was like, these are not lighthearted. Like it wasn't like a, ooh, spooky, this is weird. Fun. Kind of let's get into it. It really freaked her out,
Yeah.
And this is about a violent, I think at one point she even said the word violent, didn't she?
Oh, gosh. I don't know. I haven't read it.
No, Amanda. Oh. Or she said demonic.
Demonic and maniacal.
Maniacal. Yeah, kind of. Okay, so I don't know if I would say this is maniacal, but I mean, it's either way, a very negative presence, which, we usually do have kind of lighthearted. What is wrong with me? What was the word I did with? It's always on mine, and it's always because I listen to yours first. So I've had plenty to drink by the time it's my time. No, I said 2-drink limit tonight, people, because let's just face it, I was getting sloshy by the end of that last one too. I heard it as well. You don't got to call me out, Paula. All right.
Oh, did Paula call you out?
She was like, maybe less wine next time. I'm like, maybe you should mind your business, Paula, if we're going to have a podcast together.
Oh, my gosh.
Oh, I love it. I still love you, Paula, but For real, mind your business. Okay. All right, so here we go. Hi, Aaron and Megan. And she does spell my name wrong.
It's okay. It's because
I know you did, but did you not spell my name right?
I don't even think I wrote your name. I said my sister and I. But the fact that
she listened.
That means she listened, which is even more impressive.
It is, and thank you. I appreciate it. And lots of people spell my name wrong, so you're not the only one.
She kind of sounds bitchy when she says it's fine and she appreciates it.
Oh, no. You. I'm not trying to sound bitchy. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, Liz. Not at all. You're fine. Everybody spells my name wrong. Okay. Even you. Okay. My laugh is even more metally tonight because of my cold. So I know it's so pronounced because I'm like, if I start laughing any harder than that, it's going to turn into coughing. So, and Paula, I'm not that drunk. I just can't catch my breath fully. Okay.
Because of COVID.
No, I don't have COVID. I promise. Okay. Hi, Aaron and Megan. I've attached my story for you to read out if you think it's a worthy enough one. And yes, it is. Okay.
Yeah, we've said it before. We'll read anything.
Right, but
we have lucked out.
We have so lucked out because
I don't feel like we have a single dud.
No, not yet. Oh man, that'll be sucky for the person who is the dud.
Yeah, we're not gonna read that one.
Yeah, they'll never know. I mean, they all know. Nobody else will know.
We haven't done it yet. I promise.
No, we have not. If we have not read your story yet, it's literally because we're saving it or we haven't read it.
Yes.
Okay. I've changed the owner's name to Gary, which is another coincidence.
Our dad's name.
That's our dad's name. I don't know. She did say she had listened to a couple, so maybe she heard, but I don't think we've said dad's name.
Oh, that was weird. We almost said that at the same time. I just stopped.
You shouldn't have. You really freak them out like twins. Okay, but that is our dad's name, and that's why I chose this. I was like, ooh, Gary's house. Okay, let's get in that. And then she put in parentheses, not his real name, to protect the innocent, blah, 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 LOL. I'm loving the first few episodes that I've listened to. You two are great together. Great chemistry.
Aww.
That's because we've known each other literally since we were babies. Okay.
My entire life.
Yeah, your entire life. Those first few years without you, they were rough. Anyway, hope you like it. Okay, so this is a great story. Gary's house. There's a house in my street. Its owner is Gary. Lovely guy. Another coincidence because Amanda's opener, she said a lovely girl. She was talking about her.
Yeah. Oh, Amanda said lovely girl?
Amanda said lovely. I don't know if it was a girl, but she said lovely because as soon as she said, I was like, that is so weird.
That is like, if we ever make shirts, it's going to say lovely. That's our drinking game.
It definitely has to.
All the time.
Yes, but you made fun of me. Unless they're like tuning into this, you made fun of me for saying lovely. And I'm like, first of all, Liz kind of sounds cool. Like she's young and hip. And Amanda, we know, is young and hip. So therefore, maybe I'm just young and hip using the word lovely.
Fine. You win. Okay. Lovely is a cool word now.
Or maybe it was like those weird mom jeans that everybody's wearing. All of a sudden, lovely just came back. Oh. It's a really old word.
Well, that's unfortunate. I'm fine with lovely. I'm not so fine with
those mom jeans. Come on. I'm sorry. Part your hair whichever way you want, but let's put those on hold.
Yeah.
Okay. Put them back where they belong. Okay. There's a house on my street. Its owner is Gary. Lovely guy. Gary rents this house out to anyone he can find that will live there. I mean, maybe you should scream a little bit first, Gary, but okay. It's a cute little weatherboard house in the California bungalow style. It was built in the 1940s. Gary bought it in 1990 from his brother-in-law's family, as his grandparents had owned the home, but no one in the family wanted to buy it. So Gary bought it for a great price and moved in. In subsequent conversations I've had with Gary about the house, he said the reason why no one in his brother-in-law's family wanted to purchase the home was because they all believed it to be haunted by a deceased granddad. Ooh. The grandchildren said, no, we don't want to go there because Poppy comes and visits when we are sleeping.
Oh.
Poppy's normally a cute name, but when he's dead, I'm like, oh.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to hear the rest of the story.
Yeah, because everybody in our family would love to see G-Pop. That's Gary's. I'm not killing off Dad. I'm just saying he's such a good G-pop that everybody.
Yeah,
I want to stay there to see G-pop.
I was thinking if I knew
Simmer
Grandma
down.
Rosie haunted a place, I'd be like, yes, I will never sell this house. I want to live here forever.
Oh my gosh, she would be the funniest ghost.
She would be.
That's why ghosts don't exist. That woman would come back and be funny.
No, because she'd go, I would come back, but Megan will just blame it on the wind.
Whatever. She would be here. Okay, if they existed.
They do. She's just a piece in heaven. She doesn't need to come down and visit.
She's a piece in heaven. Oh, at what are you saying?
She's a piece.
She is a piece.
She looks great in it.
She one time, remember when she took that belt off? And she walked into a park. This is our grandmother. Okay, I'm so sorry we're hijacking your story. But this is our grandmother. This is why we love her so much. She was like in her late 70s, early 80s, and she went to some family reunion or something, but they had like a DJ, and she walked in and she took off her belt and like did that move like where you're like da na 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 na, you know. Oh, that woman, she was the best. Okay. All right, so Gary has lived in this house on and off since 1990. He's had other people live with him and others rented off of him whilst he lived elsewhere, but every single one of those flatmates or renters has encountered Poppy, the evil granddad, in some shape or form. This guy is evil. Here are some incidences. One night we were watching TV when we heard a woman screaming out in the street. Ooh. We went out and it was the girl who was renting the house. She was terrified. She couldn't go back in the house as something had tried to strangle her in the front bedroom where she slept. My husband went in and got her handbag and car keys, and she left. She never came back.
Oh my gosh.
She's gone.
This is where Larry said her name is Liz.
Yeah.
That's the level of haunting I want. I want to know it's happening to someone else close by.
You like all of that. You love drama by proximity.
That's right. Yeah.
I don't want it to happen to you.
I don't want it to affect my life in any way, but I love to hear all the dirty.
Like, give me the details.
In any category. Ghosts.
No, that's true.
Whatever. Bring it.
I mean, really, who doesn't? Like, come on, we're human. Like,
you say you don't like it.
We're nosy. Let's find out. Yeah, don't be above everybody else. Simmer down. You like the good gossip too. You just pretend like you don't.
That's right.
Whoever you are out there that's pretending that. Okay. She never came back. Someone else came and packed up the house for her, and she was gone.
Oh, wow.
I know, right? She was like, out of here. My brother rented the house for a couple of years. My brother was like Megan, skeptical. And for a minute, I was like, who is she talking about? Because my name's spelled wrong. I'm like, oh. I was like, she knows another Megan. Nope, it's me. H, 2 N's. Okay.
That's a weird way to explain. H, 2 N's.
In Megan. Put them in there. Okay. He didn't believe in anything. He's one of those people who believe that when you're dead, and there's no heaven or hell. I haven't been that definitive. I don't really know what I believe in all that, but there's something there. Even though I had warned him the house was haunted, he my warning and moved in.
How did she spell that? Just
PFFFTTTT apostrophe ED.
Oh, nice.
It's pretty cute. Okay. He'd been there for a few months when he appeared at my front door white as a sheet. Oh. He said a blue orb had hovered behind him whilst he was shaving in the bathroom, and he could see it in the mirror behind him. He turned around and saw the orb go up the hallway and into the front bedroom. He followed it, and he said he felt this crushing feeling on his chest, like someone was trying to stop him from breathing. He was freaked out.
Fully awake,
shaving his face.
Oh, I love it.
Anyway,
I mean, not that happened to your poor brother.
Right? I'm like, his chest felt crushed, Aaron.
I just love that this happened to a skeptic. Okay, sorry. Keep
Wait
going.
a second.
Sorry.
Is this you're hoping happens to me one day?
I'm just saying.
Okay,
sorry.
Well, there you go, people. You see where her intentions are. Anyway, he kept living there for another year, as a real skeptic would. I'm with you, dude. I'm with you. And a year and a half, and moved out when he bought his own home. I mean, you got to do what you got to do. Whilst he was there, our sister moved back here to our city from over east, and she stayed with him in the house and slept in the front bedroom. She came down. I mean, did he tell her beforehand? Like, I
know. I like that she lives like across the street. It was like, just stay with him.
It'll be fine. Yeah, it's like, why isn't she moving in with you? I mean, who knows their history? But still, I mean, maybe cut her a little slack and let her sleep on your couch. She came down to my house one day, all flustered and red in the face. Even more reason to let her stay there. In parentheses, She was 7 months pregnant at the time.
Oh my gosh.
Right. So I thought she had just puffed she was like puffed. She says, I thought she was just puffed from the walk down to my house.
No, I get that. You're like, oh, you huffed and puffed. Now you're just
I've
puffed.
huffed and puffed at 7 months. You're out of it.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm so glad I'm done.
Right. But no, she was upset, really disturbed. She said something had pushed her up against the bedroom door and tried to strangle her.
Oh my god.
She couldn't.
Poppy.
I know. Poppy. You
need to relax.
And a different name. Poppy is too nice of a name.
Yeah, what the hell, man?
Yeah, well, he was not good in real life too either. She goes in to explain it. Okay, so she said something had pushed her up against the bedroom door and tried to strangle her. She couldn't breathe. She couldn't scream. She couldn't see anything. That's in all capital letters.
So scary.
Right? That was causing this. Because if you can't see it, how do you stop it?
Right.
I mean, always go for a good knee and the invisible balls. That's what I'd go for.
I mean, that's surely what I would try, but who knows if it would do anything?
Right? Who knows? You're the ghost expert. Okay. She couldn't see anything. That was...
I'm sorry, that was a lot.
Just say it. Okay. Then it released her, and she just ran to my house. She didn't go back. She moved to her mom's house. Mom. So maybe she's from somewhere else.
That's right. Maybe. Interesting.
Okay. These sorts of encounters were felt by everyone who ever lived there except for Gary. Gary and I know, like, what makes him so special? Yeah. Gary and I were talking one day, and he said, I don't know what to do. Bless his heart. He's just like, I need this rent. So I suggested my friend Sherry come and smudge the house. So he agreed. The house was empty at this stage. No furniture. No one was living there. So Gary and I sat out on the back veranda whilst Sherry was left to smudge the house with her smoking white sage. After a while, Sherry appeared at the back door, red in the face, looking like she was going to have a heart attack.
What?
We jumped up.
In the world?
I know. We jumped up and asked what was wrong. She said, there's a man in the front bedroom. He's not happy. He's angry and he's violent, and he pushed her up against the wall and tried to strangle her. But there was no one there.
You need to cut it out, sir.
Somebody needs to get in there and put him in his...
That's right.
We need your friend from last week. Her story. Yeah. She needs to be like, listen here, motherfucker. Oh, yeah. And like, do you like how I said that? I'll say mother F for this time because twice in one round, that's a lot. But that's what she needs to get in there.
Who's going to edit? I mean, who's going to like...
I don't know. Somebody who doesn't like the F word. So I'll just say mother effer. Somebody needs to let him know.
You're dead.
You're dead. On. Okay.
Get out of here.
Okay. So Gary decides to, like, you lost.
Yeah. Sorry.
Right.
You lost your chance to strangle me.
Except for he's trying to take his chances.
This guy sucks. I don't like him.
No, you're not going to you're going to really not like him here in a minute.
Oh, dear. Do we need a trigger warning?
Yeah, maybe. There's some domestic violence in this.
Okay.
Here in a minute.
Okay, I'll try to cut in and tell you guys when to come back in.
Yeah.
I'll do my best. I've never done that before.
I mean, it's about a paragraph long.
Okay.
So,
so maybe give us a minute. Come back in a minute.
Yeah, and maybe you watch the clock.
I will.
So Gary decided to investigate this man and goes to his brother-in-law. He confesses to Gary that his grandfather, who owned the house, was a violent man who often beat his grandmother. Ugh. He died in the house of a heart attack. The grandkids all reported that after Poppy had died, whenever they stayed there with their grandmother, he would visit them when they were in bed, and it creeped them out.
Ew. Oh, no.
Right. Unfortunately.
When he was alive?
No, after he died.
After he died.
So he died, and then they would go and visit the grandmother, and he would, at night visit.
Yikes. That's not cool. Right? That sucks for that poor woman.
I know, who endured all that.
Finally.
Right.
Bastard died.
Right. Maybe she killed him. That'd be awesome.
Yeah, get it, Granny.
Because Earl had to die.
You got 10 seconds. Are we done?
Okay, that's it. And
I can come back. Welcome back.
Mm-hmm.
Yikes, that sucks.
Unfortunately, Sherry's smudging didn't work. This dude is still haunting the house. Gary has asked me if my kids would like to rent the house. They're adults now.
Oh.
Hey. I mean, I could have adult kids. I wonder if we're the same age.
You'd have adult kids.
I could have adult kids, girl.
No,
if I had started 20 years ago,
not.
I am 40 years old. If I had started at 20,
If you had been
Like
a
you
very
did?
young mother, I started at 24.
Okay, well, I'd have like what, a 16-year-old? Okay, well, I'd have like what, a 16-year-old?
Oh, that's weird. That
Boy,
freaks me out.
how fast I did that math. Okay. Because I found it impressive myself. Gary has asked me if my kids would like to rent the house. They're adults. I said, they know it's haunted, Gary. They're not interested. Which I'm like, you're a lot nicer than I am. I'm like, Gary, I'm sorry, dude. That house is haunted AF. No. The answer is a big no. The house is empty. He's looking for someone to rent it.
Ooh.
Oh, that last line.
Not it.
Didn't quite get me in the hoo-ha, but it was a creepy. But it was a creepy last line, nonetheless.
Right as I took a drink.
I didn't do that part on purpose, but I knew to make you laugh. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my gosh. No, that's awful. That sucks.
Yeah.
To finally be rid of such a douchebag.
Piece of shit. Yeah, he sounds horrible.
Yes.
Yeah, and that just, I don't know, that negative energy. Like, there is a little part of me that thinks like the heaviness of negative energy.
Yeah.
Like, where does that go? You know, like, I question that. I do. I'm not saying that I just am so cut off I don't have questions, and I think that's fine.
Yeah.
I don't ever want to be that skeptical that I know it all, and it's,
Yeah.
and I know I come across on that, but a lot of that's for humor. But
I feel like you say this a lot. I think you're good.
I feel like, Raby, I have to explain it every damn episode.
Did she say something?
No, I just can feel her. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, she didn't say anything. I'm just saying, just people in general. Like I said, I think sometimes believers get a little bit like fussy about skeptics. And
fussy.
I mean, sometimes. But I think my whole point is, the reason why I keep reiterating it is I'm like, a skeptic can still have questions.
Yeah.
They can still wonder things. Mm-hmm. And I don't ever want to be so cut off, like just this, it's all black and white, because I definitely don't believe that. But there's just a lot of things that I'm like, I don't know if that happened or not. But in this story, here's what I'll say. Be a pretty big coincidence if everybody kept having heart attacks in the same house that this guy had a heart attack in.
So many different people kept talking about being strangled. So many different people.
Yeah, the strangling. It does make me wonder, like, there are certain things that can make you feel strangled, like certain chemicals or certain. Your eyes make me think I'm stretching. I'm looking.
They should. That was what I was going for.
Okay, well, I'm just saying that it's a possibility.
Okay, yeah, sure.
It doesn't mean it is. It just means it's out there. But whatever it was.
So this whole thing's going to boil down to that he had some weird cleaner that
right.
cuts off your
Poor Gary. Quit using that Clorox.
Go to some Norwex cloths.
Yeah, chemical free. Try that out.
Embrace your hippie. That's what I did.
I do think it's strange, though, that it never affected Gary.
It is weird. Almost so much that I'm a little
suspicious of Gary.
Me too.
Yeah, for some reason.
What are you doing?
Also, because she talks about how nice he is. I'm like, anybody who's too nice, keep an eye on that guy. You always get that story like, I never expected my neighbor. I always suspect my nice neighbor.
73 kids in our basement. You're talking about my husband? Watch out.
No. I'm talking about your husband. That would be hilarious. I'm like,
me too. Kevin. Kevin. It's Kevin, run.
I've always thought. Oh my gosh, no. I was pointing. I'm not going to tell you which direction. Also, they could not figure that out. They didn't know where I'm sitting, but I was pointing at, a really nice neighbor. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I mean, who knows? See, you don't suspect him. I'm always I'm gonna keep my
very nice.
I'm gonna keep my eye on that one.
That is interesting. Oh no!
Just saying. Now it's in your head.
Now
you're gonna keep an eye on him, and now he's gonna think, well, we're really weird sisters. But that's okay. It'll be worth it if we figure something out.
Well, that story was really interesting.
I mean, how long are we into this?
Nah, I think it's fine.
Because it does remind me of when Jack and I lived together on Rosemary, which is our grandmother's name, but that street. And he was a really nice neighbor, but super creepy. He used to have this little statue. It was like, imagine like a Grecian like pillar.
Uh-huh.
But like not too tall,
Okay.
like mid-waist,
Okay.
and a statue of a turtle on top of it that once a month he would put lights around it. Like once a month, he would bring lights out, an extension cord, light it up, and then like you would hear blaring like classical music from his house on this one day a month.
With the lit up turtle.
With the lit up turtle in the back.
That's
so
weird.
Of course, Jack convinces me to sneak over.
Oh my
and
gosh.
let's look at his basement window because he's like, you know what's going to be happening in the basement because and his basement light would be on. That's why. So, and you would hear that music from his basement. So, of course, I'm picturing Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah, 100%.
Right? Like something, and there's going to be a turtle involved, and I don't know how. I want to know how the turtle's involved.
Don't bring my Rosie into
this.
I
know. Rosie is her turtle, her tortoise.
Tortoise.
Aaron's got a pet tortoise, for those of you who don't know. So, anyway, we are, well, Aaron's daughter does, but really, Aaron has grown so attached to this tortoise. It's really Aaron's pet.
It totally is my pet.
It's so cute. You sound like a little, I'm like, Aaron's got a pet tortoise. But you really do.
I really do. I love her more than Nora does. Don't tell Nora.
She's pretty damn cute. I thought you said for a bit more than Nora. I was like, you love the tortoise more than Nora. That's a lot to say on a
tortoise
podcast.
more than Nora loves the tortoise. I love Nora more than I love Rosie.
Well, I'm glad to hear that.
Like, the levels are close.
A little bit. Nora's got her moments.
Really, Rosie has never once talked back. Okay, I'm sorry.
Okay, no, but so here I am. It's like, and it's always like a full moon. It was like light out, full moon, super creepy. We've been watching this happen like for 5 or 6 months now.
You've never told me this story.
I have never told you this story.
Keep going.
Oh my gosh. So I'm like, he's like, go, let's look. So of course, because I'm such a follower, I snuck up and I'm looking, and right as I get to the window, Jack grabs my ribs and does like the caca, like so loud. And I'm trying to be so quiet. If I didn't pee my pants, it would shock me. I can't remember if I did or not, but I mean, like right now, I almost peed my pants on the story. So, loose bladder and all that fun stuff that I already admitted on here. But I mean, it was like, it was terrifying. I was so mad at him. Like that's like one of the genuine times, because I'm like, Jack, he could seriously be a serial killer. And as soon as we ran back to the house, lights went off, music went off.
Oh, no.
And never got to see what was in that basement.
Oh.
And I sure as hell never went back.
No, you're just lucky you made it out alive.
I know, but I could tell you what house it is right now. I can take you there. I wonder if he's still
Next
there. I think
moon. Let's go.
Maybe I shouldn't say his name. Like he'd ever listen to this. Well, listen, Tom. His name was Tom. Tom.
There's a ton of Toms. It could be any Tom.
It could be any Tom. But if you are the Tom and you somehow stumbled across this podcast and you have a very good explanation, what if he had his own Rosie and it was just like his memorial
night to remember,
and she loved classical music
tortoise.
And
you're a bitch.
Like all of a sudden, like there's probably a very clear explanation, and we just turned it into like he's got to be a serial killer.
Oh, sorry, Tom.
So, yes, Tom. Full apologies, dude. I mean, but
maybe, if you were creepy, then you suck. And
maybe he was overly nice. Like, hey there, guys. Like a big wave, elbow wave. Either. Yeah, like something out of like the 50s. Like the movie where they overplay the Truman Show. Like that's what he always mowing that lawn. Didn't need to be mowed. Always mowing that lawn and waving real big at us. Knew us by name. Yeah, those people were just pointing out neighbors around us.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, I hope
we should wrap this up.
Okay, yeah,
we're gonna wrap it up. Okay, Liz and Amanda, thank you so much for those stories. They were awesome. They were both really creepy.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I love it. I mean, somebody needs to get rid of Poppy.
Yeah,
he's a total dick, and we don't like him. And now it's time for fan favorite. I again killed it this week.
Nicely
I did it beforehand.
a couple hours beforehand, but that's okay.
Shut up! It happened before.
I mean, you asked me like a couple hours ago. Has this person been?
Yeah, you're right. A couple hours ago, proof that I did it beforehand.
I kid.
Okay, so this has been a long time coming. This is Paula, our sweet Paula, who has been listening
girl,
from the beginning.
Get on in here. I say it every time when we bring up Paula.
I know. Now you're going to leave me and do a podcast with her.
I might, except for she's a little judgmental on my drinking. So, I mean, there goes that, Paula. It was a dream that you shot down, but that's okay.
Well, she's so sweet. And she was like our first follow her on Instagram.
Yeah, I just feel like she's like one of our first fans.
I know. She really has been since the beginning listening. And we, I mean, the way she found out about us was from one of my constant annoying, hey, please be my friend. Please listen to our podcast on one of my other podcasts.
I thought you were about to call somebody up for being annoying, like annoying you.
No, I am annoying on Facebook all the time. Like, you should listen to our podcast. Yeah. And she listened. And
I love it. I love it.
She's always like very active on her Facebook and has sent in at least 2 stories.
Yeah, she's sent in several stories, and yeah, we love Paula.
She's awesome.
She's funny. She is funny. Like
she's
the stuff funny. She writes on Facebook cracks me up.
Right, which is the only way you can joke around with her.
Yeah, for sure.
So when I sent out a message, I said, "Hey Paula, I'm picking you for fan favorite. Do you have anything you want us to promote?" And she went, "What? Really?"
Oh, Paula, is that not a given? If I were in your end, I'd be like, "Well, it's about damn time,
right?
Ladies.
I've been waiting." So anyways, I asked her if she wanted us to promote anything that she does, and she makes these really cute purses. I checked them out.
I just bought a purse today. Damn it.
Megan.
That's
Take it back. Send it back.
I will. I got the receipt still, Paula. Let me see this.
Okay, so she makes purses and really cute little crafty things, and she's got a Facebook page. Now here's the caveat.
Oh.
I know. Thank you. I don't even know if I use that right.
I don't know either. I'm like, I think that's like the biggest part of this, or the best part of this
is learning new words. What?
You're the one that's supposed to finish the sentence.
No, then I said
I don't know.
That's not what it means. I said it wrong.
Hold on. I might be wrong. I don't know which one of us is wrong. I thought. What does caveat mean? That is how you say it. Oh no, you were right. It was wrong. Of course. Damn it. Of course it was me that was wrong. I love that word though. It just sounds so fancy.
I know that was a big fancy word that I don't say a lot, but her Facebook page where you can look at her purses, and I would assume purchase her purses, is called Crafting with Paula, and apparently there's lots of Paulas are very crafty. So I sent her a message and said, "Oh, I have a problem and I can't find you." So she sent me an invite. But here's what it looks like. Type in Crafting with Paula in your Facebook, and then look for the little purple purse. She's got a cute little purple purse as the head page of that. And if you are really stuck, then send me a Facebook message and I will invite you to the group.
Because Paula, we need to come up with a new name.
Yeah.
Like I'm thinking Purses by Paula.
Purses with Paula. Get some alliteration there.
Yeah.
Not that we're telling you how to run your business.
No. I mean, listen, you already told me to stop drinking. So you tell me how to do my thing. I'll tell you how to do yours. No, I'm just teasing Paula.
But they're really cute. She had
I can't
this one little patchwork. She's got patchwork animals. She had a flamingo cute. And there's a cute little octopus stuffed animal that I think she made.
I love octopi.
Oh, that's good. I thought you were going to say octopuses. Is what I thought you were going to say.
I'm sorry. Why would you think that?
I don't know.
What about me makes you think that I would know that octopi is plural for octopuses? That was for humor, people.
So go and check out those really cool bags and all of her crafts because they look really cool. And she's awesome. And we love Paula.
Yeah, we really do, Paula. I know I tease a lot, but you are one of our favorite fans.
Yes. So thank you for all your support. If you want to be as cool as Paula, you can find us on Facebook at My Skeptical Sister. I think I just changed the name to it last week. I totally did. I took out the fans.
Right now you're changing the name of our podcast. No, I think we should discuss this first.
No, I took out the fans of.
Oh, you did. I noticed that. And you did do that, by the way, without discussing it with me. But good thing I was okay with it, so it's fine.
Okay, sorry. I just wanted it more simplistic. I wanted you to go and find it.
I like it. Find us there.
You can also find us on Twitter and Instagram on all those things. We're more active on Facebook and Twitter, but no, I lied. Facebook and Instagram.
Yeah, I was like, what?
I'm real bad.
All these decisions she's making without me.
If you're great at Twitter or TikTok, reach out. You can
it for us.
Work for us for free because we have no money. But that would be great. We're not very active on there, but we'll try. And you can.
Okay, I do want to say this. We've got something coming in the pipeline about an event. Should we not say anything
about the
it
tour?
Yet? No, like the third turn night and all that.
Oh, yeah.
Just like a little teaser about that. So after spring break, because we've been super busy, but after spring break, we plan on meeting with a friend of ours that has offered a venue for us to have a little, gathering.
Yeah. So if you're local.
Yeah, if you're local, or Rochelle, come on, girl. She was looking for a reason to come to Louisville. You and Paula,
we're the reason.
Get your plane tickets, ladies, and come on. But yeah, so we are. Get vaccinated first, but then come on. So, that will be happening. I mean, like I said, we're going to start planning it after spring break. So soon, keep your eye out for that.
For sure. Awesome. So we've got things going and it's been so much fun. Send us your emails, your scary stories, or, just talk about how much you like us at myskepticalsister@gmail.com. If you have Apple Podcasts, if that's how you listen, then please rate, review, and subscribe. If you got Spotify, we like you there too. We just don't get any credit. So
well, screw them.
No,
I'm kidding. No, we like you, Spotify. It's fine. Keep plugging us. Keep playing us.
That's right. So we will talk to you guys. We're not going to get to talk to you for a little while because Megan's going on vacation and leaving me. But
I mean, the next time I talk to you, I'll be tan. So imagine that.
Oh, you'll be beautiful.
Thank you. All right. You all have a great night.
Night, guys.
Get that last word, Aaron.
Shut up.
La 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 la.
Extreme. How much I love puzzles. They bring me a lot of joy. Ellie, you gotta stop.
Let me get her one of those little nasal.
It's ridiculous. She's wide awake. Oh, I just listened to your...
Oh my gosh. So she's doing it on purpose.
Ellie, look at me.
She never came back.
Hold on. I burped right before you said it.
And it lingered.
It was like, burp she. Burp she.
Okay, burp she. Don't. Okay. Taylor, you're gonna make me throw up on your laptop. Were you just thinking of the word burp she over?
You were like, don't do it. And then it made me giggle.
I had Paloma come through my nose.
I'm so sorry.
Whilst he was there, our sister moved back here to our city from over that felt harsh. Like you're like tired of what I'm saying.
You said you got to get through this. It's
okay.
A long
one.
one.
I'm almost done now. It's not doing anything, so it's fine. Okay.
I'm so sorry.
I mean, don't hurt my feelings here.
Oh,
Okay.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Then it released her, and she just ran to my house. She didn't go back. She sorry.
Me again?
I don't know.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm sitting here. I'm being so
I know. I don't know what it is that got me tickled, but just give me a minute. It'll be fine.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. It's you.
I'm doing nothing. I'm just sitting here. I'm not laughing. I'm being so good.
I think it was the way that you said ghost eyes words. That was a lot. They got me tickled. Okay. After a while, Sherry appeared at the back door. I'm going to read that again because I sounded drunk and I'm not.
I know you're not.
Paula.
I'm a little. Oh. Sorry. Tornado alarm is going off at Kevin's work.
Oh, man. Should you call it?
Send him a text. Is that?
Yeah, that's fine.